I'm not a pilot. What I am is a behavioralist. I understand how people think, but I'm going to share with you something that I would share with someone not who's a pilot, just with a driver, that when we learn anything, we come in to a situation when we're learning something new as an unconscious incompetent. We don't know what we don't know. And then we get taught what we need to do. So we move. Think of a box with 4 squares in the box. And we go into the first box as an unconscious incompetent. And then we learn something new. Then we become a conscious incompetent. Now we know what we don't know. And we're really bad at it. And then we practice and practice and practice and practice. And in that practice, we start to move down into the lower box below it. But before we can do that, we have to go through discomfort and pain, because all change requires discomfort and pain. If there's no discomfort or pain, there's no change. But if we keep practicing and practicing, rather like driving, you know, reversing or parking, if we don't do it well, we make mistakes. As long as we realize that mistakes will be made, we just keep doing it. It's like a baby, isn't it? You know, the analogy of the baby. You imagine if a baby got up, fell down, and went, I'm not doing this. I can't do it. It's beyond me. We wouldn't be walking, would we? But a baby doesn't know, doesn't think about it. It just doesn't give up. It just keeps walking, falling down, keeps walking, falling down. Eventually, it masters something and it becomes a conscious competent. Just like the driver or the pilot, they go into the lower box and now they're a conscious competent. They now know, they practiced, and now they consciously know how to do it. Now, when you pass your driving test, you're a conscious competent. But are you a good driver? And the answer is no, you're not. If you meet anyone that's just passed their driving test, they're even reluctant to go out on their own. The first time I got into a car and went across a dual carriageway where 2 lanes are going left and right, I was so scared. And I remember finally getting across it and thinking, oh no, I've got to get back now. You know, it was scary. And yet I'd passed my driving test. I showed I was competent, but I was a conscious competent. And if we keep doing something over and over again, using our muscle memory, we become so good at it that we move into the next box and we become an unconscious competent. So now we know what we know, but we don't have to think about it. It's built into our mindset and muscle memory that we just are responsive to it. So people, I don't like to say this, but I've seen people like talking to their fellow passenger in a car, combing their hair and twiddling with the radio. God forbid some of them even make a phone call, and their feet are pushing on the accelerator and braking and steering, and they just don't even know they're doing it because they're competent, but they're doing it unconsciously. So there's a moment in time when the activity, in this case the pilot, where it becomes unconscious. It goes from conscious mind to unconscious mind, and that's when it just happens. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can relate to this because I've never piloted.
No, that's true. That's true. That there is no way of go to the process of thinking what you're doing. It happens in 1 second, in less than 1 second. It's muscle memory connected to knowledge. You know, like it's not really a physical act like it would be running or jumping. It's connected to knowledge. So you build your knowledge, and the maneuver is connected to the knowledge that you studied, the maneuver that you studied, and now your actions are. And in the beginning, it's gonna be like a rough maneuver. You know, like you need to do like a loop. Like, okay, it's okay. Yeah, well, I mean, like, you know, it's 350 knots. You know, you need to be 10,000 feet. Okay, fine. And then the next time, the first time you do it, it's like 100, 280 knots, and coming down too fast, many acceleration. And then with practice, because you know the knowledge, it's just connecting the hand to the thing. But for the emergencies as well, this is even faster, because nowadays with the simulator, with the procedural trainers, now you are ground speed zero. You can, you know, pick up the pace without spending so much money on an airplane, so that you get to the airplane. Then now the reality is, you know, disregard of what the environment is, your action is immediate, is tailored and immediate to whatever is the situation, which what the master people were like, how does it happen? You know, like in life, it doesn't happen like this. There is always like a temporal, like a time perception there, that the time it takes time to get the decisions. And they were like, how pilots can take decisions like in so quick brief time, you know, like how can the action be so measured in just so quick time, and that you know, you save the day, you save the plane, you save the life, and everything. It's part of the training. It's part of it. It's not like the first day you go fly, you can fly. No, it's a building block. So step by step, until you build the base of pyramid, and then from then on, because we were talking also about flight safety, you know, like mainly there was flight safety, crew resource management, how you manage this situation. And having done the flight safety course, and then having done a facilitator course for crew management, for me, this concept were quite clear, that, you know, that there is no much thinking, because you did the homework before. Okay.
Yeah.